Hey, long time no talk. I know I'm looking like Swiss Miss today, but man, it is hot in Ohio. Today I decided to do a video about movies that other people seem to just love, but I don't like. And I just want to preface this by saying, yeah, there are a ton of spoilers in this because some of these movies are really old. Probably older than some people watching my videos. And I mean this all in good fun. You know, you can't vibe with every movie. These are some that I just don't like at all. So the first movie I'm going to talk about is Interview with the Vampire. This came out in 1996. And this was pretty much pre-internet when this movie came out. All I had reference to were the books, multiple books by Anne Rice that I used to read back when I was in middle school and high school. So when you read the books, you always have some sort of expectation of what a movie should be. And back in those times, Anne Rice did the media circulation talking about that she didn't like the fact that Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt is going to be in this movie. And me thinking of those two actors, I'm like, yeah, I can agree with that. Went to go watch this movie at a movie theaters, and I was like, oh my god, this is so boring. Somehow they managed to make the movie so boring. One of the most boring movies that ever was. Now, if you never read the books beforehand, you might think that this was just a glorious rendition of Interview with the Vampire. Or you're just there to see Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Now, did Tom Cruise make a great vampire? Yes, he did. Do I think he made a great Lestat? More that I think about it? No, not really. And Brad Pitt playing Louis, that was pathetic. I thought it was terrible. And the worst of all, Antonio Banderas playing Lamond, that was extremely terrible. I don't know. I just had a different vision of all these different characters, and it definitely wasn't any kind of like Hollywood looking type of people, that's for sure. I think it's worth watching. Yes, it's worth watching at least once just to see it. I'm sure it's way better than whatever AMC's playing on with the Interview with the Vampire, like the things I've seen from that. No, that's not, yeah, no. Is it a good cult movie? Yeah, it is for some people. I mean, it's not for me. I'm just like, I'm not impressed with it. Just that movie. The next movie I'm going to talk about, it is a more recent movie. I can't give you any spoilers because I've never been able to get through this movie at all. And I've tried twice to watch it. And I'm just like, oh my god. I might try again, I don't know. But that movie is Mandy. And I love Nicolas Cage. He's the wallpaper on my phone. So the movie opens up and it's like, once the psychedelic stuff kicks in, I'm like zoned out. I'm like, no, I don't like anything whatsoever hippie. It's not my thing. Like the whole aesthetic visual of hippie, I just can't deal with it. And as soon as the movie opened up with that, I was like, I can't do this. And I just like forced myself to sit there, just like kept zoning out. And just like, I feel really bad about it because I know a lot of people love this movie, and I can see why. I mean, doesn't even have some like great music playing in it. I don't know, but yeah, I couldn't vibe with this movie. Again, like I said, I love Nicolas Cage. I think everything he does is great. Well, not everything. There's a dud every once in a while, but typically, if you know Nicolas Cage is in the movie, it's typically great. So. Would I recommend it? Yeah, you might like it. You know, I just couldn't vibe with it from the look of it at the beginning. I just couldn't push myself past it. So, like this movie, let me know what you think. Could you get past the psychedelic stuff at the beginning? I don't know, you know. Let me know. Also, I saw some comment somebody made the other day saying the woman looked like Kronos from Venom. In this movie, I just happened to see that scrolling past something on one of those social media platform crap. I didn't notice that, so I don't know, maybe that's worth watching just to see that. The next movie I'm going to talk about, a lot of people love this movie, and I just don't see why. And so that movie is Pearl. I thought X was great. I liked it. You know, it's not one of my top 10 favorite movies ever, but, you know, it's like a good watch. But then I saw Pearl. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know, with the Technicolor thing to the movie, I just couldn't, it just didn't do anything for me. I felt like I was watching Wizard of Oz, and I was not in a Wizard of Oz mood. I'm hardly ever in a Wizard of Oz mood. Let's just put it that way. Was Mia Goth great? Yeah, I guess so, you know. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only thing that really stands out to me is her doing something in a cornfield. That was weird. That kind of grossed me out, actually. And I was like, yeah, I really don't like this movie because of that. And I did kind of like was there a dinner party scene? I keep thinking there was some kind of dinner party scene with like dead people or something. I don't know, but that part was okay. But just the rest of it and just that big long monologue toward the end. Oh my God, it was boring. And that's why I'm afraid to go see Maxine, because I don't want to get another boring Pearl movie. I mean, what happened with like the Viva X? I don't know. Now this next movie is super popular. Tons of franchising for this one. And that movie is Scream, 1996. Okay, and I'll tell you the reason why I don't like this movie. Back in the day, the show Friends was not cool. Nobody liked the show Friends that I knew. Everybody thought that show was a joke. And so on the advertisements you see that like Courtney Cox is going to be in this movie. It's like, okay, it's already knocked down a couple notches there. And I did watch it later on when it came out. I was like, oh, might as well watch Scream. I'm bored. So the opening scene with Drew Barrymore and the way she's dressed was just a complete antithesis of people I knew and the things I thought. And I know that sounds terrible, but you know, Drew Barrymore, everybody liked Drew Barrymore back in the day because she used to do some more of the B movies that were cool. So to see her looking like that at the beginning of Scream, dressed like that, acting like that, like turned me off from the movie. You know, now still, is it a good nostalgia movie to go back and watch? Yeah. Why was it so popular though? Why is it still so popular now? I mean, that's what I would like to know. Why is this movie so popular? Because it's got some of the most boring male characters in it. And then the girl, what's her name? Witchcraft movie. What's her name? Well, anyway, she's from a show called Party of Five when I was younger that used to be on TV. And I never thought she was cool. And she's in this movie too with another uncool person, Courtney Cox. And them making Drew Barrymore look like, I don't know, completely opposite of what she typically looked like in movies. And the whole premise, boring. I don't know. Let me know why you like this movie in the comments. So, okay, the last movie I'm going to talk about. I don't know if a lot of people like this movie, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's a Robert Eggers movie. And it's called The Lighthouse. And, you know, I love Robert Eggers movies. I thought, yeah, this one's going to be great. It has a like Lovecraftian vibe. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to watch it. So, you know, I knew Willem Dafoe was going to be in it, and I knew the guy from Twilight was going to be in it. And I thought, I want to see what this guy from Twilight does in this type of movie and setting. So I watched it, and I thought, it's extremely talky. Tons of talking, no action. So that kind of like, you know, I know Robert Eggers does that a lot, but the action that was in it didn't interest me. So, and also, do you remember back in the day that Willem Dafoe was in like everything? He was like in everything. And so I got to a point where like, I can't watch any more movies that has Willem Dafoe in it. Oh my God. Like how many times I gotta see this guy, you know? And it's like he always plays the same type of character. And kudos to the Twilight guy for stepping out of bounds, you know, for doing something, you know, like that movie. So, you know, if you like that movie, I mean, that's great. I mean, you probably, I just couldn't vibe with it. Didn't feel it. It just, like, for those reasons, the Willem Dafoe, the talky, no action, I couldn't keep going with it. So, yeah, so anyway, did I make anybody mad with my choices today? Let me know in the comments. Or do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Let me know as well, because I hate feeling alone. Anyway, and again, definitely appreciate you guys watching my videos, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. I am going to do some more Halloween hunting videos soon. Figure out where I'm going to go next, because it seems like Home Goods is overdone. Everybody's doing a freaking video on Home Goods. It's just like, you know, way overdone, and I'm waiting on some other stores. So, or I might go to Home Goods. I don't know. You know, I'm ambivalent like that. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.